Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel. Now, just before I dive in there and pull your cards for today, I just like to say I am an experienced and professional holistic and spiritual counselor, and I offer 100% money back guarantee for image readings, tarot readings, also the programs, as well as spiritual and holistic counselling and mentoring, plus advice to help you with union with self and union with your person. Just check out the details in the description box below this video for more information. So let's dive in there, guys, and let's see what messages the cards have for you, for both you and your person's love journey thus far. And also, let's see what messages the cards have for you about your person. So let's go, thank you. Let's see what's happening here. Okay, all right. So you were coming in with the Emperor guy, and you were also coming in with the Fool card here. Now, what I'm picking up here, guys, is that that Emperor guy and the Fool card is actually about both you and your person here. Of course, it's different here, and I am going to break it down. All right, and so, you know, let's do this here. And so what I get with your person coming in here, guys, is that it's not serious enough. They're not taking it serious enough. That's what it's talking about here, coming in with this Fool card, because it does have an element of naivete here. But what I mean by that here in your reading is your person assumes here. I do get they may even expect here, guys, that the way in which they are going to come towards you here is okay. But what it also talks about here, because there is an element here of self-improvement and self-development here, but there is also this sense of self-belief that what I'm doing is all right here. Yeah. It's okay. It's all right. Yeah, of course, your person is charismatic. Your person is damn attractive here. See, it comes in as here in your reading. I want to come towards you. Let me say it that way. But I want to come towards you this way here. It does have that childlike nature to it here, guys. Yeah. The way in which your person wants to come in here. See, what it tells me there in your reading for your person, it's, well, I know what works, and I know that this is going to work here. And so this is how I want to do it. This is how I want to come towards you. All right. But what your person doesn't realize here in your reading is that they're still doing it the same way in which they've done things in the past in terms of building a relationship here, because you are coming in with the Emperor guy here. See, that those two cards together come in as, well, this is how I built it. This is how I've built relationships, and I know that this way works, but it only works for the Emperor guy. It doesn't actually work for you and other people. That's what it's also talking about here in your reading. Now, why it comes in as you, of course, the way in which they're thinking here, but also the actions here, because it comes in as your person doesn't want to get hurt here. That's what it's saying. But what it also talks about here in your reading is that for your person, they know that this kind of action isn't going to sit well with you here, because what it's talking about here in your reading is that you're actually quite serious. And if your person's going to, you, of course, it's treat you this way or behave this way here. See, in a way, they're kind of safeguarding themselves here, guys. Yeah. And you're also, but you're not having it. You know, you're just like, no, that I don't want to play games here. I don't want to do it that way, because it kind of comes in as casual here. Yeah. With that childlike nature that your person is going to kind of express or portray towards you here. Yeah. See, what it also talks about on a bigger scale here, okay, when it comes to your person and the relationships that they're building, these are new relationships here, these are communities that your person is becoming involved with, it's still going to be the same way, because this is coming in as a happy-go-lucky kind of attitude where, okay, I'm just going to see where it goes. See, what it can talk about here in your reading is that your person's at a really good point at this point in time, okay? And to allow here other people to influence and dictate to your person, because that's how it comes in, what success is going to look like or determine your person's success here, yeah? It is not going to be the result, the end result or the desired result that your person wants. So with a lot of things that your person is involving themselves with here, they are coming in as quite casual here in your reading. And in a way, for your person, it's a way in which they can self-guard themselves, is what I'm getting here, from, well, hurt is what it talks about. Yeah. So it's that nonchalant kind of attitude, oh well, okay, I'm going to move on, you know, but when in actual fact, your person wants it. They do want this new endeavour, or, yeah, that they're working towards. And what it can kind of talk about there in your reading, and you know, this is coming in as both you and your person, and I'm going to get there soon, guys. And so what they're doing is it's coming in as wanting the approval here of other people. Because there is a fear factor here in your reading that if to leave a situation here and to start something new and to start again here. Because where your person is at is actually really good. They see it as good here. The Emperor card, being able to build here, guys. But they are not the boss. That's what it's saying. They are not sticking up for themselves and saying, no, I'm not that. This is who I am here. Because there are expectations here when it comes to your person. I do get that. I do get a sense of that here in your reading. Yeah. Now, when it comes in as yourself, it's exactly the same here. Yeah. All right, so let's keep going here. Okay. So you have the Eight of Swords. You have the Queen of Pentacles. And you also have, oh sorry, here's the Eight of Swords. That was the Five of Pentacles here in your reading. And so the obstacle and the challenge here in your reading, what it's talking about there, what I'm picking up there is, yeah, I know these cards are coming in as, or they have a negative connotation to them, but what these cards are talking about here, Sagittarius, is that they're actually quite positive here, because in terms of obstacles and a challenge here, this is like a heads up here in your reading. Because what it talks about there is having to, it's like boss up here. Because it comes in as saying here in your reading, there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with your person. And what I mean by there's nothing wrong with you and nothing wrong with your person is because you've already been through and released and transmuted negative attachments. That's what it's saying here in your reading. Because what this is talking about here for the Queen of Pentacles is to restart. Here is to rebirth here in your reading. It does come in as a serious talk here, guys. It's about being serious, it's about being straight up when it comes to your person, the Emperor guy here. All right, if they are going to come towards you as the Page here. See, what it can talk about there in your reading is that here, or saying to your person here what you like and what you don't like here, and asking those serious questions here in your reading. And those serious questions could be around addictions. Does your person have addictions here? Do you, and yeah, of course you want to be with your person here. This is how it's coming in here. See, what I get here in your reading, what it talks about there is you are coming in with, you have already here, I'll be quite honest, coming in with the Queen of Pentacles here. Yeah. You already know here, you're already over your person's antics here. And this casual nature that your person has here. But it also talks about there in your reading is that you're over that when it comes to others as well here. And what I mean by over it here is that you just don't find out along the way. All right, guys, in terms of the full card here, that casual approach, that happy-go-lucky approach here, guys. Yeah, you're coming in with some real serious talking happening here. Yeah, of course, it can be seen as effective communication here, guys, where you're actually asking, you know, some serious questions when it comes to dating your person, when it comes to meeting up with your person and seeing your person here. Like I said here, guys, you're in a really good spot here, okay? And you're with your person. Let me come in that way. You're meeting up with this person, yeah? And so it comes in as not allowing here your person to dictate how it's going to go. That's what it's saying. It does come in as bossing up here, all right? Because that past way of doing things is over. That's what it's saying here. Oh, I'm not doing it like that anymore. No, I don't want to do it like that anymore. Here, you know, it's like saying to your person here, well, if you're dating other people, all right, I'm going to leave you there to date other people, but I'm not into that. Yeah, I'm quite serious. That's what it's saying. I'm serious about where I want to go and the relationship that I am wanting to build here. Okay. That's what it's talking about here in your reading. Yeah. It's also coming in as, well, how about we just be friends for now? Let's just meet for coffee. Let's go to the movies here. It's along those lines. And let's just really get to know each other here without jumping too far into it and going through the intimacy here and realizing we've got nothing in common. That's all coming in with those two cards. Here, guys, let's just figure out here what we want to know about each other here. Thank you. Now let's see. What else do we need to know? Oh. All right. So you're coming in with justice. You are coming in with the Full card, and you also have the Seven of Wands. Well, potentially here in your reading, what I get there is that you're not going to settle for less. That's what it's talking about here. And so what you're coming in with here, guys, is, well, it's like, well, I'm not going to go to a party and get absolutely trashed and wait for you. Here, I really don't want to be in that kind of scene. That's what it's saying. You know, I've given up on drugs. I don't smoke drugs anymore, and I don't really want to smoke drugs with you here. So if you want someone to smoke and drink with here, then you need to find someone that you can smoke and drink with that will tolerate that kind of behavior. That's what it's also talking about here in your reading. But potentially here, what it also talks about here in your reading is it's coming in as getting to know here, your person. But it comes in as, here, guys, you know, you just don't want to cut them off straight away, but you do want to have that serious conversation here. Or where your person may say, oh, let's go to a nightclub. I've got, you know, this and that here. Do you want to take some, and we can have a really good time? You know, you're coming in with, oh, no, I'm not into that. If I'm going to have a good time, yeah, I'll have a couple of drinks with you. All right, no, that's fine, but that's as far as it goes. Coming in with the Seven of Wands here in your reading. Yeah. If you want me to be serious, then you need to show me just how serious you are. Because with that Full card coming in here, guys, it comes in as, yeah, that is talking about here in your reading self-development and self-empowerment here. It just is that way here. So it comes in for your person as, you know, some kind of level up needs to happen. But this is also coming in as people that you were going to meet here. People that you may have already met here. And that you may already be talking to here in your reading. Coming in with the Seven of Wands here. Because you already have victory is what it talks about here in your reading. All right. And I get here with the Emperor guy, that person already knows that you are also, you know, you've gone through it here. You're settled, you're grounded here. You can't be fooled in a sense. Your person already knows that. Okay. Yeah, of course, there's intimidation here, guys. See, it's not about red flags, and, you know, you're going to run for the hills, or you're just going to switch off a particular person, okay? What it talks about there and with the Seven of Wands is getting to know that person so that when you do think about whether or not you're going to stay with this person, you've actually figured certain things out. You're coming from a place of knowing, as opposed to just coming from a place of negative. Okay, this person's negative. Oh my gosh, they do all of this, and this. Where you actually know that they do here, guys. Okay. Yeah, I'm not saying you can't trust your judgment here. But you want to be able to know here specific details here in your reading. That's what it's saying here. Okay, guys, so let's see what the advice is. Sorry, my polar bear. Yeah, all I get here in your reading, when you're coming in with the Queen of Pentacles here, guys, is that you're already achieved a lot for yourself. You already know yourself here. Okay, there is no room for compromise, but that compromise here, guys, is there's no room for me to go backwards here. To go back to doing the things that I did in the past, because I've already ended that cycle out here. That's what I get with the Eight of Swords and the Five of Swords here. Okay? Because you already trust yourself. You already know yourself here. Here. Yeah. Okay, so you're coming in with the Hermit card here in your reading. And so what I get there with the Hermit card here in your reading is that you're independent here, okay? And you know yourself is what it's talking about here. You've already done a lot that needed to happen here. But what I get with the Hermit card here also is that it's got to do with your person here. It's got to do with the Emperor guy here in your reading, okay? And what it talks about there is that, yeah, of course you want your person to make some serious changes here, but what I get with the Hermit card is that, yeah, well, until you fix up, until you make certain changes in your life and change how you're coming towards me, yeah, I've got to leave it there. That's what it talks about. All right? Okay, thank you so much, Sagittarius. Thank you for watching. And I'll catch you later. Bye.